Cousin, and this is 2026 Techo Kaigi time. So I wanted to start obviously with the big chunker, which will be the Hobonichi Cousin, which will be replacing my Wonderland 222 journal, which has turned into this massive behemoth. So I have it in a double Tamagotchi cover situation. And if you think this looks busy, then all I will say is we have but one life to live, and for me that means cover on cover on cover, and this is happening. So this is what it looks like for now, but I'm actually going to take it out of the cover so I can show you all the stickers I put on it as well. Oh no, but now we gotta do this. Oh, it's fighting me. Oh, that's why, because I put the stupid things in. I'll do that. Alright, here we go. Now it's gonna fall off the desk. Okay, here we go. So I also, of course, pre-covering, put some stickers on it for fun. It wasn't intentional, but this actually turned out kind of red and orange, except for this guy, and I kind of like it now that I see it again. On the back, a little more random. But yeah, these came from deep sticker stash, so that was nice to use them up. And I have a few more. Can you see this guy with the hollow? A few more on the inside. Little Tamagotchi guy in there. And then I actually got this at the Tobichi Kyoto store, and they had like not stickers, stamps outside when you went in, and I think one was like to commemorate just having been there, and then another one was like maybe part of like their event. I feel like I went back later and there was only one sticker at that time, so I think I don't know, it was fun to get maybe some limited, not stickers, some limited time stamps. And I truly like left the store, saw the stamps, ripped it out of the packaging, and then stamped it because yeah, they're really cute. So I'm gonna do a little bit of like what I did before and what I'm gonna do next year comparison. So again, I have no need for this like 3-year like day spread situation. So I'm gonna do a collage here based on like some local like imagery, and that will sort of match what I did last year. And this is kind of just like random like mail and stuff that I had gotten, or like I don't know, I think maybe this came from when we went on like a hike or something. So I don't know, I really liked how this turned out. It was sort of unexpectedly delightful to find that I had so much like local themed ephemera. So I think it will be really fun to do that again here. Then I'm still on the fence about which one this is going to be. I feel like this is typically like the tracker pages, so people would write like the things that they're tracking down here, and then they would like mark in the days when they do them, and I have been doing that in this book. So oh my gosh, where is it? There we go. So like this kind of thing. But I don't know, there's probably some things that I do want to track, but I also want to have like an index here, and by that I mean like one of these situations where you just like write one thing for each day. So I might do that on these pages, or I might do trackers here, and then I would put the index somewhere else. So I'm still thinking about that, which is why nothing has been set up. I already have a journal for December, so I do not need this spread. So this might end up being like, I'll put down like stickers or something to make it like an index or another collage or something, because I don't need it. For the months, I'm going to continue doing the Wordle, which looks like this. So I think that's fun. It's been working out, and I think I would like to keep doing that. So that takes care of all the months. And you can see I've already put some stickers down, and this is from the Tsukino Ito collection, where they had sort of like the monthly colors themed as various things. So I really like that and have used those. And then let's see, at the end they have January, February, March. I also don't need these pages because I intend to have a new book for 2027. So I'm kind of thinking that I might either like cut out or cover these pages with pages from an insert that I got from, oh, I don't have it on me. Anyway, that I got from Wonderland 222, because they make like standalone inserts for like their quarterly section and their tracking section and stuff. So I might do like a Franken journal thing here. And then for the weeks, I've mentioned previously that I don't know what I'm going to do in the weeks. So here's some examples from the past where I would note, like, you know, when I was at work, except that it's the same every day. So that's not that fun to note. And then if I have like actual appointments, obviously I can note those too, but I don't have that many appointments. And I realized that some people, I think, have like a much more detailed, like micro journaling situation where they're like, you know, like had coffee for breakfast and then like took the train to work. And so I feel like they kind of like fill the vertical day with like all the little things that they did that day. And it looks really cute. But in practice, I find that it's a lot of work and I'm probably not going to do it the day of. So then the likelihood of forgetting what I did is very high. So I'm still kind of trying to think about like, what do I want to do in these pages? Because yeah, I don't want to put any like actual work stuff in here because all my work stuff has to be destroyed when I don't need it anymore. And that's obviously not what I plan to do with my life book. So I am hoping to find sort of like a memory keeping journaling style usage for these. All right, so this is all weeklies. Let's see, you can see I put more of the Tsuki no Iro, what are these called? Tabs on the months. That's really fun. And then, oh wait, I think I missed, where's the turning the page to a new year one? So this is like a new spread. And I don't know what I want to do with this. I think I naturally default to collage because I really like doing that. And that may still happen here, but I feel like I want like a goal for the collage, not just stuff that's on my desk. So I'm trying to think about like, do I want it to be like a mood board? I feel like a lot of people do that for their year, or sort of like, you know, like setting like goals for myself for the year, or like things that I want to like focus on, improve, do less of, whatever. So I'm still noodling on what to do here. On the like first monthly page, let me give you a comparison. Where is it? Here we go. In Wonderland, they do an overview page at the beginning of the monthly section, and then they have a review page at the end of the monthly section. And I have really enjoyed the sections that I have here. Not this, I got rid of this one, so let me find a newer one. But yeah, I've really enjoyed like the sections that I've been using here, and I want to continue doing this. But now I only have the one page to work with, so my thought was to try to sort of combine it all here. And so with that, I have the media that I'm watching, reading, playing, a favorite moment. I'm assuming this will be enough space, but I figure I can kind of start to fill it in as I'm working on it, and then I can decide how much space everything will take at that time. I'll have the picture of the month, and I realized that like most of my sticker paper, picture paper is like only like this big, so I figure no matter what orientation it's in, it should still fit, hopefully, in this area. Then I have whips, and usually I write like the name of the thing rather than like the number of whips, so I want to list those up here. Finished objects, that would just be the number. Books read, again, a number. CrossFit, also a number out of the total number of, I guess, like swipes or whatever. Food would again be restaurants, and then lastly, orders. So I think I can fit it all on here. The only thing that maybe wouldn't fit would be like the random ephemera. But to be honest with you, the reason that I did the random ephemera was because I ended up with extra space, and I was like, well, what do I put there? So like, this isn't necessary, and it often doesn't have anything to do with anything. So I feel like it's okay to skip it. But maybe if there's space, I can, I don't know, cram something in here. And then for the daily pages, I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, which is a little bit of everything. So sometimes it's like, you know, random like doodling, just filling in the page. Sometimes it's actual journaling. Sometimes it's like sticking on stickers, ephemera, all that kind of good stuff. So I like what I have been doing, and I want to keep doing it. And I think the only thing that I've really been thinking about is that like, I really like it when I sit down and take time to draw or color or paint. So even though I feel like collage is easy and it is very fun to do, I like doing it, but I really enjoy when I take time to like draw or color something myself. And obviously the paper is so nice that I want to, enjoy the feeling of the paper and not necessarily cover up with other papers. So I'm hoping to do more like drawing and stuff like that next year. Okay, so then as for why I went with Hobonichi for 2026 as opposed to Wonderland, it is simply because I moved to Japan at the end of September, and it seemed like major overkill to try to figure out how to get a pre-order from Wonderland from Washington to myself. And I figured, I'll be right by the Tobichi Kyoto store, and I am, so I was able to go there easily. And also, let's go back to January because it was right there. It has the holidays in it, and I actually need to know when these are now because they affect me too. So I think there's also one, it's like the 18th or something. So like this will be useful to know without me having to pre-fill them in. So I kind of like that. And that's kind of the only reason. Like I don't really have any like particular need to use the Hobonichi. Actually, I'm like pretty frustrated with the fact that the back pages are kind of pre-filled in for me. For me, it's like, I would get a book if I wanted to have this kind of like reference information. So I do wish that like these were blank just so that I could use them without having to think about like cutting or covering them. But I am probably going to cut or cover these guys and maybe put in some more stuff from like inserts that I got elsewhere, or I don't know, maybe just cut them to cut down on the bulk, because as you can see, like it's gonna get big by the end of the year. So that is like the main journal that I will be working in next year. I guess it's the only journal. I don't intend to do like journaling aside from in here. But I do have some other like functional ones that I'm probably not going to be like showing off all that much because I don't know, the functional ones are not that cute to look at. But I got this little guy one because it's Tamagotchi and they're so cute, and I basically tried to make up a reason for it. And I am planning right now to use this as like just like noting my like social media plans, and that's because every time I tell myself I'll do it digitally, I don't, or I give up. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use Notion, I'm gonna be so good at Notion, and then that doesn't happen. So I'm trying to go back to pen and paper, and also I get to use this guy, it's so cute. Okay, so that's that. Let's get him out of the way. Then I have let's see, I have a work journal, which you'll never see because my work is secret. But I do want advice if you know. So I got a day free, honestly, because I was just excited to be doing Hobonichi stuff, and I really probably should have looked for a different planner that more precisely met my needs without having to do all this hacky stuff. But the hacky stuff was, I figured, oh, I'll just put in the vertical weeklies, and then on the next page, it's stuck. On the next page, I'll have like a notes page, which is usually how I like to do stuff right now. But then my math was bad, and I got to the end of the year, and I only got to the end of October. So I guess I'm just gonna have to do November and December in another book, or I'm also not opposed to just like writing over this, or like whiting it out and using it another way. But yeah, I'm frustrated that my counting was really bad, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one, but you won't have to worry about it because you're probably not gonna see it again. And then this guy, why did I get this guy? It's because I was actually looking for a seasonal recipe book, and this came up because it is like a seasonal planner, and then I was like, well, that's kind of cute, let's look at it. And so let's see, what it has is like a little beginning of the year stuff, but it really gosh, what is this called in English? Japan has like these 24 like micro seasons, for lack of a better term, and they all have their own name, and they all like signify something that is happening in the natural world at that time. So it could be like, you're seeing certain types of flower buds, or you're seeing certain types of birds, or I guess like you're hearing certain types of birds, or like you're hearing certain types of bugs. So I thought that's kind of fun. I don't know, I would like to be more, I guess, interested in what's happening in the natural world. And I thought this would be a really great way to get some more vocabulary, although maybe not that useful because I feel like it's very flowery nature language, but we'll see. So I got this guy, and has a couple like, you know, tracker or log type things at the beginning. And then again, one of those, like, I guess I keep calling this like the index, but it has monthlies, and then it has like a, what is this, like a review page for December, sort of a beginning page for the next month, and then it does have weeklies. And yeah, as you can see, I was trying to think about like what do I want to track in here to make this like worthwhile to use. So in addition to this, I also had gotten not a journal but just a book, and this was about the, like, thinking about like seasons kind of like on a daily level. And so this has, oh gosh, here we go. So it has like little blurbs for each day of the year. And so I thought maybe it would be fun to like read this, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe make a note of this in this journal, or honestly probably just like mine this for vocabulary and like note those in this journal, something like that. So I don't know if I'm like able to keep using this one, then I would like to share it periodically if there's interest in that. But yeah, this is sort of like, I think, just getting hype for new planner season and being like, I gotta get more planners. So it's very possible that I give up on this soon. But I don't know, it seemed fun. I still want to try it. We'll see what I can do. But yeah, this guy you'll see more of starting in January, I hope. So please look forward to it, and thank you for coming to Techo Kaigi.